Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Dan's album analysis and ratings on Wednesday. And today it's Dan and Pascal's album analysis and rating. And today we are doing, you can let us know?
Iron Maiden's The Number of the Beast.
All right. How are you, my friend? I should have started with that first, but
I'm I'm good. Thanks for having me again.
all right, good, good,
How
good.
are you?
I'm very good. Busy, but good.
Good.
So, we are going to be talking about, or doing an album analysis on and of course, I have this also with the B side. We'll be talking about that. So we'll be doing an in-depth analysis of Iron Maiden's "The Number of the Beast." Pascal has suggested that. So again, if you would like to have an album, to suggest an album, write it in the comments, and I'll do my best to do an album analysis on that album. And Pascal has suggested Iron Maiden, "The Number of the Beast," but we've been doing this little series, so we're now going to be continuing here. So, "The Number of the Beast" came out in 1981 on EMI Records, produced by Martin Birch. The players on this are Bruce Dickinson, his first album with Iron Maiden, Dave Murray on guitars, Adrian Smith on guitars, Steve Harris on bass, and Clive Burr on drums, which would be his last album with Iron Maiden. So we will be going song by song. Now we are basing this on the original release here. We'll get into the B-sides later on there and these reissues, but we'll be going song per song, or song by song, I should say, and give our rating of each song, and then at the end we'll get a rating of said album. Are you good with that?
Very good.
All right.
I thought
Yeah,
it was released in 1982.
it's
Anyways, not a big deal.
that's what I thought, and then I was looking on. Let me just check on the album itself, because I just copy pasting some stuff from Wikipedia. We all know how.
Yeah, it's maybe one of those things that came out at the end of the year or something, or beginning of the next year. I don't
I
know.
honestly thought it was 1982 also. I'll write it in the comments as a pin later on when I double check for sure there.
Sure.
But I thought I saw 19. Well, actually, wouldn't it be on the CD? No. Yeah, 1982 original sound recordings. There you go. Don't need to do the my mistake, people. And I'm gonna save those stories for the end there. So, shall we start with the song rankings?
Let us start.
All right. So, since you're my guest, you can start us off with song one, "Invaders."
Yep. Invaders. Not a song I used to like a lot when I first got into the album, which was way back in the 80s. But it grew on me, and I particularly like the verse and the bridge. Very energetic, very barbaric, kind of. It
Mhm.
goes well with the theme of the song. Uh, then it kind of gets into I find a bit of a gimmick kind of chorus, which doesn't really fit with the song, I find. So to me, that kind of weighs the song down a bit. It doesn't ruin it, but it could have been better in my mind. So to me, it's a 7 out of 10.
Okay. So we'll write that down here. So myself, I think it's a good opener. Great, full of energy. You're correct with that, and especially the bridge or whatever you want to call it. There, full of energy. And I'm going to agree with you with the chorus. It's not what's sung. It's "invaders." Do 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 do. That part. Do 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 do
Yeah.
do. Sounds a little too, like, I don't know if it's linear, but it's like just sounds too. We need to put something there. Everybody think of something quick. Okay, that'll work, I guess.
To me, it's like they want to make it sound cute or something. A bit too
Yeah.
cute, maybe, a bit too clever. I don't know.
I still love it. I put it an 8, a good, not great opener, I would find. Completely forgotten. Another opener that it's probably one of the openers that is completely forgotten. I found nobody ever talks about this. I don't even think they ever played it live either. So
Mhm.
so as an 8 and a 7 for this. Next up, Children of the Damned.
Yeah, a slower number. I again back in the 80s when I started listening to this album, not a song I was that much into. In general, I wasn't that much into anything that was slow, but it grew on me. It does pick up
Yeah.
steam in the middle. But yeah, I really like this song now. I especially I do like lyrics, and these ones are good ones. They're kind of not the obvious lyrics, or you can't really tell what they're really talking about. I like that. I like when there's a bit of a mystery behind the lyrics. So yeah, this one I'd give it a 8 out of 10.
Okay. Me too. An 8 out of 10. Isn't this song based on that movie, Children of the Damned? Wasn't that like, or was
There's a
that
movie.
Village of the Damned? The little kids with the white hair?
Yeah, I didn't make the link with the
But
with
is it
that movie.
Children or Village of the Damned? I
It's
forget.
it's Village,
Okay, well then never mind.
but they are children in the movie.
Yeah. I also thought it was good. That's one, a blueprint of where our friend Concert Steph would say ballads don't exist in Maiden because it starts off slow and then just picks up at the end there. Yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8 also. One that as a kid I just tolerated, but now I like it more these days there. But very yeah, a very good song that's grown on me in the last few years. So I'm also gonna give it an 8. Okay, next up, The Prisoner.
Um, yeah, kind of, well, from the little sketch that's at the beginning, people can tell it's inspired by the show The Prisoner. When you read the lyrics, though, it's more of a general kind of sense of
Mm.
freedom and that kind of stuff. But yeah, really good song. It's a good rockin', mm, very good metal kind of song. So always liked it. It's one of the highlights in this album. 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. All right. I so yeah, that beginning part, I thought as a kid, I thought it was Bruce Dickinson and for some reason Dave Murray talking to each other. It made no sense, but it's a collage. It's a cutout, and they took
Yeah,
the best pieces out of the intro to the TV show, The Prisoner, and actually wanted to start watching. I told my friend Pascal that he goes, my effing DVD for disc one no longer works. I was like, ah, but yeah, I've always loved that little sketch at the beginning. The song is great. Like I've always loved this song. To me, that's a good 10 out of 10. There's nothing that I hate about this song like at all. Um, yeah, the sketch helps, and it makes sense once you start watching the TV show The Prisoner because it's what you're hearing on the album is just parts of the intro, right? Yeah. So,
yeah.
all right, a 10 and an 8. Next up, 22 Acacia Avenue.
Or the continuation
Yeah,
of the saga of Charlotte the Harlot,
Charlotte the
which
Harlot.
we
Yeah,
haven't gotten into yet. We haven't gotten to that
yeah.
album. But yeah, 22 Acacia Avenue, it's kind of the way I see it, I listened to the album earlier today, and I was still like, wow, this song is awesome.
Hmm.
Um, it's kind of a street level kind of epic, almost. Um, what do I say about in my notes? Yeah, they pack so much stuff within 6 minutes and a half, but it's all it's all good. It all gels well together. Um, to me, that's a 9 out of 10.
All right. Well, guess what? Me too. I find it's one of those forgotten songs. Nobody ever talks about this one as much. They talk about it because it's part two of the. Is is there a part three? By the way, something tells me they talk about Charlotte the Harlot in other songs. Is that possible?
If they do, I don't
Yeah, neither
recall.
do I. I was like, or maybe it's a dream I had. But yeah, it's I love this song a lot more than I do Charlotte the Harlot, which is part one. But yeah, it seems to be a forgotten song. But then you listen to it and you're like, man, this sounds so good, so fresh. And like you said, they pack so much into this song that I don't know why it's just forgotten there or
I don't know. It's forgotten, but I guess you're right. I haven't paid attention to greatest hits or live stuff in a while for Iron Maiden, so I don't know if they still play it live. Is it
I
still
don't
mixed?
think so. I've never seen it live. I think
Yeah,
is it on Live After Death? I don't
it could
remember.
be. I think it is.
We had the discussion with our Peace of Mind where we talked about Die With Your Boots On, which was on Live After Death. But it seems that after Live After Death, a lot of songs got chopped off their set list for some
Yeah.
reason. I don't know.
I think 22 Acacia Avenue, that's one that got, I don't know if it's, I don't remember if it's on Live After Death, but it eventually kind of became forgotten, like you
Oh
say.
yeah,
But I know that when I started listening to Maiden, that was always a song I liked, and it was talked about a lot
nobody
back
talks
then.
about that song.
Yeah.
I again, I liked it at the time. I just didn't realize how great it was.
Mhm.
But yeah, 9 and 9 for 22 Acacia Avenue. All right, next up, The Number of the Beast, the title track.
Uh, Title track starts off with a Vincent Price introduction,
Mhm.
quoting the Bible,
Yeah.
quoting I don't remember which part of the Bible, anyways. Uh,
Actually, it says here, actually,
Revelations, I think.
Revelations chapter X 111, I guess verse or 18.
Yeah,
Woe to you, O earth and sea, for the devil. Anyway, it's all written right here.
yeah. So yeah, so that's a good introduction to the song. The only thing is, I never really liked that song, and it's still the case. I don't hate it. I don't like it. To me, it's there. It's for the subject matter, about Satan and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's quite a happy song, and it
Yeah.
never sat well with me. And honestly, for me, the chorus is kind of lame. 666, the number of the beast, la 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 la.
Hell
I
and
don't know.
fire.
So yeah, 5 out of 10 to me for this.
Wow. Okay, and now for something completely different. I F again, I'm you gotta remember I actually got this album also when it first came out, and I had two or three albums to my name. So I listened to the crap out of this album. To me, it's a 10 out of 10. Absolutely love the introduction with Vincent Price, and I will arguably say that him and James Earl Jones have the coolest voices in the biz. And he did Thriller and
Alice
Alice,
Cooper.
Alice Cooper, there, the Black Widow, and I just love that guy's voice. I watched the hilarious House of Frightenstein just because he was there. But and the Number of the Beast, the song itself, sure, the lyrics are whatever. It was for the time. The time that time was a lot of anti devil stuff and PMRC was going strong. I'm thinking it's maybe a little, yeah, we're gonna do our stuff anyway, you know. Musically, I think it's brilliant. Lyrics, they're good, but that middle part, oh, like I was listening to it yesterday. You go, that part I just friggin' love. I love the whole song. 10 out of 10 for me. Uh, I never grow tired of this song at all either. I Yeah, I love it. And I know the lyrics aren't the best, but again, for me, it's more. Again, I don't care that much about lyrics, but the melody of the vocals that matters to me. But musically, I just thought that was so good, and that middle part just gives me like shivers or whatever. So anyway, 10 out of 10 for me for that. All right, next up, this one I can't wait to hear. Run to the Hills.
Run to the Hills. What did I? Okay, so yeah, I wrote a decent single. It's catchy, yes. However, again, a bit like Number of the Beast, to me, it's kind of a song that's just there. It's a bit too simplistic for my taste, and after one or two listens, it's revealed all its secrets. It doesn't. It's not a very complex song. I do like the chorus. It's catchy. It's engaging. But the song in itself, I find, it's 3 minutes, a little over 3 minutes, and
Yeah.
to me, it's like, yeah, it it was never something I thought was anything brilliant. 6 out of 10. It still
Okay.
is decent.
All right. I'll say to the day I die there, this is another song that I love. I had this as a kid and the 7-inch 45 of this Run to the Hills, which has a pretty cool cover also. And I compare it to, Sun and Steel, Running Free. It's a dumb single-ish type song. That chorus is uber catchy. I love the galloping. Sure, now I'm tired of the galloping, but at the time it was fairly new. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know. I've always loved the energy of that song. I never grow tired of it. But again, that's me there. I'm also giving that one a 10 out of 10. Um, yeah, I love that song. Never grow tired of it. I and some other ones, like I think we talked about the Trooper, which I was kind of tired of hearing also for some reason. Run to the Hills.
Yeah, to me,
Sure,
it's the opposite.
live he cheats a little. He doesn't because it was I guess recorded so good. Because remember we were talking about on live after that, run to the hills, but he
Mhm.
doesn't do run to the hill. He can't do it live. I don't know there. Sure, live it's not as good, but yeah, I'm gonna give that one 10 out of 10 studio wise.
Yeah, yeah. The Trooper, I will never get tired of this
Mm.
one.
Yeah,
And
and
for me, Run to the Hills, it's not even a matter of being tired of it. I think I even like it better now than I did back then. But it's still just, it's good, but
yeah.
it won't it's not it doesn't reach genius level to me.
All right. Okay, next up, Gangland. The most controversial song I'm sure on this album.
Yeah, to me it's filler. It's by far the worst song on the album, but yeah, I mean it's not a complete catastrophe. It's okay. I never skip it,
Mhm.
but it's nothing. Uh, it's not a good song. If to me, it's a 4 out of 10. So
Wow, okay. So to me, Gangland, I gave it a 7. And I'm going to explain myself. Yes, it's the weakest song on the album. And I was listening to it, but just listening to the song itself, and you listen to the song itself, forget the rest of the album. It's actually not a bad song. Now, put Gangland on, let's say, No Prayer for the Dying. Suddenly it becomes the best song on No Prayer for the Dying to a point there. I just feel it's attacked as being the worst song on the album because all the other ones are that great. I that's how I feel. But then I just listened to it. I'm like, yeah, sure, it's still not. It still gives me a. I'm still giving it a 7. It's my least favorite of the album, but I'll give Clive Burke because I think it's one of his only writing credits. Also,
okay,
um, I
he wrote it.
think I know he co-wrote it. I doesn't say here. I think it's on the album itself there, but I believe he did co-write it. And yeah, I just it's when I decided, what if I put Gangland on one of Maiden's worst albums? Suddenly it becomes actually pretty effing good. I feel it's just hidden or camouflaged by all the greatness surrounding it. So I'm going to be a little bit more fair, not compared to you. I'm not saying you're not fair. I'm just saying I know that this song is considered worldwide to be the worst. I think even Maiden, and we'll get to that after our ranking there. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a 7. I enjoy it. I don't love it, but do I not love it because it's on this album, you know? So anyway, 7 and a 4 for Gangland. And last but not least, Hallowed Be Thy Name.
Yeah. So after those three that for you are well, you've got two of your favorite ones on the album. To me, it's like a bit of a slog at this point, this album. But the Hallowed Be Thy Name is what a way to end an album. Um, it's epic juggernaut, I find.
Mhm.
Especially the build up towards the end,
Oh yeah, yeah.
the dual guitars. That's got to be one of the best pieces of dual guitars ever. That what you were talking about having shivers on your arms when that is a part that gives me shivers every time they get to that part in that song, and the rest of the song is just perfect. There's not a note there's not a note that's bad in there. It's all quite perfect. So as you can probably guess, I'm giving this one a 10.
Well, guess what? Me too. I used to just like it. I guess I got a little influenced by how much because they all polls say that this was one of, if not the best heavy metal song ever written in the 80s or something like that. And I was like, whoa, come. But it's a good song, and you're absolutely right. That end part is I love air drumming to that end part is so good. And it's I don't know if you noticed, at the beginning there, I find it so sloppy and untight. You know, dun, 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 dun. Then there's like a split quarter second too late. With I was like, but it bugs me, but in a cool way. I was like, oh my god. But yeah, yeah, 10 out of 10 for me for that one. And it seems to be like people who are discovering Maiden or no Maiden absolutely love this song here. You talked about the Trooper being a song that you would someone who'd never heard Iron Maiden give them that song. I would say give them this
Yeah,
song
that
here,
one too.
"Hallowed
Yeah.
Be Thy Name."
Yeah, that shows their more progressive, epic nature
Mhm.
quite perfectly, I find.
All right, so two tens for this. So what would be your final score for the album?
My score is 7.125, so 7.1
Yeah. All right. I was
out of
surprised that mine ends up as a 9 out of 10. But
10.
again, I grew up with this. Like I had 5 albums. Like it's a no-brainer for me that it's like okay, I'll explain it. It's like your total four, if that makes any sense.
Total 4, yeah.
It's
Well,
no,
yeah,
no,
I
no, but
guess
how much you love that album.
and I don't know anybody who loves it as much as I do, but yeah,
Exactly. But you
yeah,
had what, 5 albums to your name also at the time? So you said you probably
yeah,
listened to the crap
yeah.
out of that one.
But yeah, I totally get it. I mean, I got into Maiden quite a few years later after you. I got into it at Seventh Son. And that album was, that was the benchmark. And then I
Hmm.
went back and no albums for a long time could measure up. So it was all, everything was good that I
Yeah.
could find before it, but it wasn't, oh, it's good, but not as good as Seven Son. So, it
See,
took
I
a while to
wonder
get out of it.
if I would have had the same experience because see, that's how I feel about Peace of Mind. I got that late. I think I already had Seventh Son when I got Peace of Mind, but Number of the Beast, and I'll do a quick segue. My mom bought that for me because I bugged the crap out of her that day, and I've listened to that like I said, it was 1982 apparently now that I got the date right there, but I've had it since it came out. So
Yeah. I totally get it. I mean, most guys, I guess, most guys from our generation, around our age who got into Maiden in the 80s, especially in the early 80s. It's the album that they gravitate to. I think
yeah,
if there was to have a poll on which Iron Maiden album is the best, I think most rankings say it's Number of the Beast. So I get it that I'm in the minority who doesn't think it's the
yeah, no,
best
I'm
thing they've
not. Yeah, I'm
ever
not.
done. But I'm not saying it's a bad album. Far
Mhm.
from it. But it's I do find there's a few things that are not to my liking. Uh, the cover art is iconic. There's
Yeah,
no
so
denying that.
if you don't know, so this was how it originally came out as, but is not how it was supposed to be.
Yeah,
You
I've
know what?
seen
I actually
darker.
prefer this
Hmm.
with the because apparently it's all got like it's a lot of blue, but the color printing effed up and supposed to be gray. Now, if you get reissues, it's all gray. I actually prefer this version right here, and you got Eddie doing a puppet master on the devil, and devil doing a little puppet master of a voodoo Eddie, I guess. And I'm told that see right here, these are supposed to be wings.
I noticed that this morning. It's so weird that you mention it. But yeah, because the lightning kind of does the shape of the
Yeah,
vertebra or the bones of the wings. Yeah.
yeah. Apparently,
I
someone
was
told
I
I
didn't
read
know
something
this
about
morning if
this.
I was just seeing things or interpreting, but
Yeah,
you since you're mentioning it here,
I
it
I've
seems to
read about it, but apparently the devil has wings, and
okay.
that's one of them right here. And I think the other one would be
Yeah, it's kind of you kind of see the profile of
it's
it.
like the first one is like that, the other one
Yeah,
is like that, I think. So you're not seeing it as much there.
yeah.
And what
Oh,
about
well, I wasn't imagining things this morning.
this?
What about it?
Well, if we're
Well,
talking about the
there's
cover here, what you like this little
oh
wormhole or
yeah,
whatever this is there?
yeah, yeah. Little devils and things. It reminds me of that Disney thing, Fantasia. You know, when the little
Oh,
devils and
yeah.
ghosts are dancing around with with the devil at Bald Mountain or something.
So, yes, as a kid, so here's a picture of Bruce Dickinson. That's Clive Burr right behind him. As a kid, I thought this was Clive Burr. And I'll explain myself because if you look, I forget if it's either, again, as a kid, I used to go to either my neighbor's house or the record store, and I would look at all the metal albums. And Clive Burr, either in the back of the first one or Killers, he's drumming, but his picture and he's pointing. So naturally, well, I guess that the guy pointing must be the drummer from the. So I thought that was Clive Burr for like the longest time. Um, and what about the B side?
The B-side, Total Eclipse.
Yes.
Yep. That's a song I really like. Uh, when I first heard it, I really wondered why didn't they put that instead of Gangland? And I guess that's something that eventually happened, rewriting history.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's a cool song. It's not your typical Iron Maiden song.
No.
It does sound different. Um, but yeah, I'd give that one a 7 out of 10. It
It's
doesn't count, but
it's like you said for the die with your boots on. It's like a meat and potatoes type of.
yeah,
I find this is a like I wouldn't say borderline hard rock, but it's a very power chord riff.
yeah.
Um, you're right. I would have easily put it instead of Gangland. But now Maiden had, like I said, Pascal says rewriting history. We were talking about this before we started recording, where Maiden went and reissued Number of the Beast with the proper color and apparently the proper track listing, which has Gangland removed and they put Total Eclipse instead. I was like, that to me, that does not even fix the problem. I would have put
No.
how long is this album? How many minutes? Can you put 5 songs on one side and 4 on the other? Like, I don't understand why you just didn't put both if you wanted to
Yeah.
fix history. To me, that would fix history, make it better. But just
Yeah.
replacing one with the other, that just screams like, what if Gangland was their best single ever? You wouldn't see them doing this crap, right? It's just based
Mhm.
on. Anyway, I'm not in agreement with that there. But yeah, I do love Total Eclipse also, and like you wondered why it was not part of the album. But I would have made it a 9-song album as opposed to
Yeah.
taking out Gangland, I guess. I don't know. But and I'm gonna actually say I'm gonna put a dumb story at the end. I don't know if you remember our friend from high school, Marc, or as
Yeah.
we called him, Zed. So he came, this was in grade 7, so this was 84, and he came to class one time with Power Slave. I'm sure you know this story, where I'm going with this.
I don't remember.
No? Okay, well, it's probably my top 2 dumbest conversations I've ever had in my life. And he came to a school with Power Slave, and, we're listening to it in French class of all places. Don't ask, I don't remember how that came about, but then I'm told him, oh, well, if you like that one, you should go and get The Number of the Beast. So I wrote it down apparently on a piece of paper. And he goes, oh, thank you. I'm gonna ask my mom to go and buy it for me tonight at, I guess at the time was either Abbey Road or Discus. I forget which one it was. And he came back to school the next day. And this is where the dumb part. So he goes, oh, did your mom go and buy it? And he goes, no, I brought. I gave her the note. She went to the store, and the guy says, no, that album does not exist. Apparently, I still say he's full of shit, but apparently I had written The Number of the Yeast, and his mom went there looking for an album called The Number of the Yeast, and the guy says, no, sorry, that just doesn't exist. Bye-bye. That's so full of shit, that story. The guy would have said, don't you mean The Number of the Beast? So I called bullshit on that story, and I was like, no. But yeah. Anyway, that to me is my favorite album of Maiden of all time. Again, because I had 5 albums to my name. Peter Criss Out of Control. I liked it at the time because I had nothing else to to listen to. But anything you want to add for The Number of the Beast?
No, that's pretty good.
Okay. Now, what's coming up next?
What's coming up next? Well, so far we've done 4 of these things, and it's always been Bruce Dickinson.
Oh boy.
Next one. No. Am I gonna make you
Don't do this with Keith again there. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so the next one is Blaze Bayley era, and it's
Which
the
one?
X Factor.
Oh, fuck. He went and took the fucking longest one. Okay. But you know what? That'll be an actually good conversation so I can, because we could talk about those B-sides that you like more than. Yeah, you know what? We'll save it for that episode. The X
Yeah.
Factor. Wow, okay. All right. That's a long one.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so
we're jumping like 13, 14 years here.
yeah, which is fine. I liked because it's a surprise.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's the way I did it when I did that marathon of listening to them all. I was
yes.
just picking them random, just so sometimes you get influenced by albums you like, and if you're listening to if I were to listen to this first 7 albums all in a row, well, of course I'm gonna love them, but
Yeah.
and then the later albums maybe a little bit less. So kind
All
of
right.
moved them
But that's like I
around.
said, that's a lot of songs to cover for the X Factor.
Yeah.
Isn't there like almost 15 songs with the bonus tracks or
Oh, with the bonus tracks, probably, yeah.
yeah. All right, folks, we'll be doing the next one in about a month or so, and I'm sure it'll take me that long to go through the X Factor twice. I bitch about it. There's some good stuff about the X Factor, but we'll get into that. Okay, so 9 out of 10 for me for The Number of the Beast, and 7 out of 10 for Pascal.
7.1.
Point one. Okay, let me correct that. I was in French arrondissé, arrondir. Okay, 7.1 out of 10 and 9 out of 10. All right, so I'd like to thank my friend Pascal for doing this again. Once again, if you do like this type of content, not contact, please like. I'm not drunk, guys. Don't worry. Please like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Hit the little thumbs up and little bell to be notified when I publish new content like this. So on that note, Have yourselves a great whatever, and we shall see you guys next episode. Take care. Bye bye.